Hi VC, back again with another Gimme 10 1986. This is my second batch of records from the year. I was right in the middle of my 80s vinyl splurge, just buying things left, right and centre, and I ended up with quite a few good records. Here's my second lot. First one, it's a mini album, Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction. This is, just making sure it is 86. Yeah, this is released on Food Records. I guess it was one of the first things that was released on Food. Managed by Dave Balfe from Teardrop Explodes. He set up Food. This is probably the first, well, along with Populate Yourself, the first Grebo album. I will do my Grebo. Actually, I'm going to do it tonight. Just out and out scuzzy rock. I mean, look at the state of them. I mean, they're just... that is Grebo. And this is probably what I look like. Not quite as scuzzy, but fairly similar to what I looked like at the time. Or a little bit later, say 88. Long hair, dirty jeans, leather jacket. There you go. Tracks on here. I've actually got to get it out again because it doesn't have a track list on the outside. But you've got High Priest of Love, which was just incredible. Just one of the tracks of my decade. Hymns of the Speed Kings, High Heel Heaven, Dangerous, Kickstart Me for Love, and Wild Child. I mean, the lyrics are just... sexist, misogynistic rubbish, but it kind of fits. I love it anyway. Just a fantastic record. Next up, bit different. Spaceman III's debut album. This is a slightly later repress, I think from '89. But this is just such brilliant drone rock, I guess. Obviously, Sonic Boom and Jason Spaceman's first band. Three covers of 13th Floor Elevators on this. Is it three? But you know what you get. It's basically so whacked out on drugs. I mean, Losing Touch with My Mind is the first track. Oh, and the final track is OD Catastrophe. You know what you're getting. It's fuzzed out, blissed out drone rock. Just fantastic though. Absolutely fantastic. This missed out by a hair's breadth of my Gimme 10. Fantastic record. Shown by Fred on his Gimme 10 is Evil by Sonic Youth. Great record. Really great record. Star Power, what a track. And I love the fact that it's got a lot of groove on it, so that it doesn't stop on a, I think it's some kind of droney lock groove. It's just great. I think I picked this up in Woolworths in Enfield. Dead cheap. Green Light, another one. Crucifixion of what's that? Crucifixion of Sean Penn. Madonna, Sean and Me. Just brilliant. I've actually read Kim Gordon's autobiography, and Old Thurston was a bit of a git. More than a bit. He was a complete wanker from the sounds of it. She is just one of the godmothers of indie. She is just brilliant. I love Kim Gordon. I think she is fantastic. Easily as important as Patti Smith in the evolution of women's rock. Just brilliant. Next up, British band. New Model Army, Goes to Kane. overlooked now, I think. A lot of the British music, British rock from this era was overlooked. This is a brilliant album, Goes to Kane. Really political, really outspoken, just anti-drugs, anti-America, 51st State. I know I can still sing along to every word. Poison Street, Lights Go Out. Just great. I mean, brutal band. Just a brutal band. Goes to Kane is a great album. Fantastic. True Goths. Mission. God's Own Medicine. After Wayne Hussey was thrown out of the Sisters by Eldritch, they actually formed a band called the Sisterhood. It was Wayne Hussey, Craig Adams, somebody else from, I can't remember, Simon Hinkler, and, oh come on brain, can't remember, but three of them were in the Sisters, and they just left because they had enough of Eldritch, formed their own band. They had a few singles out before this, but this is great. From Wasteland, destruction of 1,000 million pieces of paper thrown up in the air and going, Wasteland! There we go. Sacrilege, Dance on Glass, Severina, Stay With Me. It's just cracking. This is goth at its finest. Now, this album was probably ahead of its time, really, but it's also an object lesson in variations on the theme, because it is Zig Zig Sputnik, Flaunt It. This actually has adverts in between all the tracks. Ahead of its time, I don't know. But really, if you like Love Missile F111, you don't really need any of the other tracks, because they're all basically remixes, slower or faster, of Love Missile F111. For me, Love Missile F111 was one of the tracks of the 80s. I just think I played that. I think I put it on a 12-inch first, and I played it to death. But this is great. It's Magenta Divine's first public showing, who was on, well known for being on TV. It's got Martin Degville, who's just looked an absolute state. Tony James from Generation X, and later Sisters of Mercy. Neil X, who later played with Mark Almond, who I saw play with him when I saw them in the early 90s at Shepherd's Bush. And then you got a couple of drummers, two drummers, but it's of its time. Love Missile, still love it though. And the Pop Will Eat Itself version as well. Probably definitely the most mainstream song album of the batch, in fact of the whole lot, Peter Gabriel. So, I mean, I got this, I didn't get this because of Sledgehammer, although I did like it. I got this because of Don't Give Up, which has got Kate on. Kate Bush, for those who don't realise. The most perfect artist in creation. But it's got some really great tracks on it. It's got Mercy Streets on it. Big Time, that's a great track. Sledgehammer. Red Rain, that's a really good track as well. So yeah, for such a mainstream album, it is really good. So that's Peter Gabriel. So, no apologies for including this one. I absolutely love this lot. Doctor and the Medics, Laughing at the Pieces. Of course, it's got Spirit in the Sky. I don't know how that became a hit, because the rest of it is just kind of soft psych pop, bit bonkers. Anadin Brothers which are those two, were gorgeous. It's just great. I mean, you've got stupid song titles. And if I'd entered the competition where you had to pick silly song titles, I mean, this is got them galore. No One Loves You When You've Got No Shoes, Kettle on a Long Chain, Watermelon Runaway, Fried Egg Bad Monday, I particularly like that one. Smallness of the Mustard Pot, but it's great sort of light psych pop done in an 80s style, and of course Spirit in the Sky, #1 single, so Dogs and Medics laughing at the pieces. Next one is another soundtrack that I love, and this is the soundtrack to Dogs in Space, which starred Michael Hutchence. It was a film all about sort of the early days of the Australian punk scene. I think it's Melbourne, but I might be wrong. This is chock full of tracks that from basically bands that were around at the time. They might not have recorded at the time, but they've actually got back together and recorded for this album. So you've got things. I mean, there's a couple of Iggy tracks on there, Dog Food and Endless Sea. Endless Sea. What a beautiful track. But you've got things like Michael Hutchence also records a couple of things. You've got Win Lose by Ollie Olsen. You've got Gang of Four on here. Brian Eno with Sky Saw. Bands like the Marching Girls. Boys Next Door with Shivers. Boys Next Door turned to what was Nick Cave's first band. Shivers is a brilliant song. Pumping Ugly Muscle with an instrumental. You've got one of the, dearing me, Diseases by Thrusher. Just great. I love this record. I'm so glad I picked it up when I did, because I think it's quite difficult to get hold of now. But there's a lot of stills from the film. I've still got my VHS copy of Dogs in Space because I don't think it's ever been released on DVD for some reason. But there we go. Oh, I didn't show you the back, did I? Just some of the artists. Here goes, there's Iggy and some of the others. There's Eno. And then finally, one more compilation. I had to include this because I have played this to death over the years. It's got a scratch on one track, but I've never seen another copy of it. It must be one around somewhere. It is Touch and Go on Touch and Go Records. It's called God's Favourite Dog. 6 bands on there. You've got the Butthole Surfers, Killdozer, Scratch Acid, Hose, Happy Flowers, and Big Black. And the Big Black track, one of the Big Black tracks, is one of my favourite by them. But you've got, starting with the Buttholes, you've got absolute bonkers stuff. Eindhoven Chicken Mask and the Legless Eye. Then you've got Killdozer, who do a fantastic cover of Sweet Home Alabama. Scratch Acid, just bonkers. Just brilliant stuff. Then you've got Hose, which I think was a band put together just specifically for this, because I can't find any other records by them. They did Down by the River and How Many More Times, and it's actually Rick Rubin plays guitar on their tracks. Then you've got Happy Flowers. I guess taking the kind of Syd Barrett solo stuff to its nth degree, that is. All I Got Were Clothes for Christmas. And then Big Black with one of their best tracks with Crack Up. Just absolutely fantastic. Couldn't get it anywhere else. But this is a fantastic compilation. Absolutely fantastic. Really recommend this. There we go. God's Favourite Dog. Okay, so that's my second batch of records from '86. Hope you enjoyed them. I think there's some stuff there that not many other people would pick. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later, BC. Bye.